Oh yeah. You know what time it is. No, that's not right. That's later. I'm talking about right now. Yup, that's right. It's time to make some magic happen, baby. Oh yeah. It's time to make some music. That's right. We're gonna use Ableton. It's time to use Ableton. Now it's time to introduce myself. Oh yeah. What's up, Mikey? Here's another tutorial for you, dude. Hello. I am your teacher for tonight. My name is AJ. You can call me Inja. And I'm gonna show you how to do something in Ableton. I want to turn up, but we gotta turn this down. Hold on. This is a little loud. I want you to, yeah, let's hear what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's sync some gear to Ableton, right? It'll help you perform live if you have Ableton with you in your live set. I mean, some people don't do that. A lot of other people do that. I'm one of those people that do that. I use Ableton live. So let's open up a discussion. Yeah, let's open up a discussion. I want to use Ableton Live. Now I want to sync my external gear with Ableton Live. Now this little bad boy right here. That's a Moog Sub 37 over there. So you've seen it sit here while I do my other videos. But let's use it this time, shall we? Shall we? All right. Now, what are we talking about when we say sync with Ableton Live? That means Ableton's tempo is being sent to these devices, and whatever happens with these devices or drum machines or what have you, they'll sync with Live. Now, I'm sure that, maybe you've already figured it out. I don't really care. You can just keep going. Or you can keep watching me do this because I love doing it. I don't know. I have nothing else to do right now. So, okay. So what are we talking about when we sync live? We have a hardware connection between our computer to our gear. Now that can be either one of these two things. We can use a USB cable or we can use a 5-pin MIDI cable. We call it DIN. Yeah, that's the word for it. What are the advantages? Various things. Maybe stability, maybe accuracy and latency is improved. With a USB, you for sure get a device ID because your computer recognizes it. With a DIN connection, maybe you have more stability. Maybe you have more accurate messages. Maybe the sync is even more synced. So I'll put that down. Right now, I have my Sub 37 connected to my computer via USB. And let me show you this little guy. So I've shown you this circuit already. This circuit is connected in two ways, actually. It's connected with a USB cable, and it's also connected with a 5-pin to my interface, which right now is a Claret 4 Pre-USB. Thank you very much. Yeah, who do I work for? Oh yeah, that's right. Focusrite. Oh my God. So let's talk about it for a second, right? So what we're talking about is Ableton sending out MIDI commands to our gear. And included in those MIDI commands is control changes, program patch changes, and real-time messages like clock messages. That allows our external gear to sync with Ableton Live. Now I'm going to show you my set in a few seconds. Let's do that. Yeah, here we go. This is your default Ableton set. If you made your own other default template, that's fine, but this is usually what happens. Let me turn off the music. Boom. Okay, now we are alone. Yes. Now let's go into Ableton's MIDI preferences, and we're going to click on Link MIDI. It's going to show us all the available gear, all the available ports, and we are more interested in these three output ports. Now we have output to our Claret, we have output to our circuit, and we have output to our Sub 37. Now the Sub 37 and circuit are connected with USB, which means the device ID will show, and that's cool. But let's say we have other gear, older gear, that just uses 5-pin. That's fine. All we need is a USB interface. The Claret has MIDI I/O, so I'm going to use that. You're going to notice that the circuit doesn't have any ports on, which mean, I'll explain why later, because there's something that I found out in my previous videos that makes the clock a little more on time. It makes it more accurate. So I'll even show you. I'll even show you what's going on right here. Okay, now let's start with the circuit then. I'm going to name this circuit, and we are going to, I have my circuit plugging in to inputs 5 and 6, and I'm going to turn on monitoring, and if I did everything right, hopefully I did, and we're going to press play in Ableton, and it's going to send the clock to the circuit, and not only that, it's going to have transport, which means when I press play in Ableton, the circuit's going to play. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. That is working perfectly fine. That is working perfectly good. All right. That's how you make a hit single, everybody. Now, we can stop that. We can stop that, yes. And we can, let that live right there. Anything that we do in Ableton, anything that's, any other tracks, any other audio tracks that are playing, the circuit will be in time with Ableton. So let me demonstrate. I'm gonna speed this up. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Oh yeah, that's it. Let's bring it back down to 120. There we go. Let's make sure. Cool, man. Now, what you're going to notice is that I had a 5-pin and a USB connection, and there's a difference. I encourage experimentation, and in this time I noticed that right now I'm using the 5-pin connection, and it's pretty much on. Let's turn on the metronome. Yeah, that's not that on, but it's good enough for what we need to do. You'll see that Ableton's metronome is perfect, absolutely perfect, and we can do our best. Now let's try doing the USB connection, and you're probably going to see a difference. Now it's subtle, but when you have other pieces of gear going, it's going to be much more noticeable. Let's I'll demonstrate by setting up the Moog. Yeah, shall we do that? All right, so you notice that I have a track port open being sent out to the Sub-37, which will allow me to send notes and various control changes and program changes. That's what we're going to need on. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this other stuff, and we're going to keep these two tracks. I'm going to open this up a little bit, and we're going to go to instruments and drop an external instrument right here. So if you see right here, I have this. I'm going to send the MIDI to my Moog Sub-37. It's going to vary. It'll vary depending on which instrument you're using and what you're trying to do in your set. But I have my Moog Sub-37 listening to channel 14. So this external instrument device allows us to route the audio. So if I did this right, then we're gonna see something happen. I have a loop being set up. So hopefully I'm gonna put a note right here, and there's a loop on latch on my Sub-37, and if I press play right here, we should hear something. Let's meet the circuit really quick. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm turning knobs. That's the funnest part. Ableton's playing my instrument, and all I gotta do is just turn some knobs. Isn't that great? Woo! And if you want to add other things, maybe I want to go to a different note, I'll just create another clip and make another note. Let's try that out. So first is C, then I'm going to go to E flat, and then go back to C. Cool, man. So you can set that up in a live environment. That's really helpful. Imagine if it wasn't on loop and you just add a bunch of notes, the Moog will play it and you can have your own little player. It's gonna be great, dude. Now, what I'm gonna do is I am going to set a patch change, and I know because I tested this already that this patch will be sent over. There we go. See that? And I can do patch changes. What you're seeing is this program change right here, right? And that's basically it. Like what I encourage, I say again, is experimentation. And if you press play on this clip, what we're editing, once you press play on that clip, the program change is going to send to your gear, and it's going to change the patch that you're using. And that's very, very, very helpful when playing live. Super duper helpful. Oh my God. It opens a whole new world of what you can do. If you have an Ableton controller, like launching scenes, you just press play button and it'll change all your patches for you. Just imagine you had 3 pieces of gear. You're changing patches on the fly. You're bringing the crowd into a whole new freaking area, dude. It's so great. Now let's listen to what this sounds like. I think we have a good little setup going. I'm going to press play in Ableton and let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to press play right here. And it changed patch. It changed the patch. See, it's playing something else now. What if I add some more? Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's drop it down. Oh my God. And that's how you make a work of art. It's a quick little video this time around, so I hope you try this out with your gear. I always say use your user guides and make sure you're sending to the right channel. Just make sure your gear is set up and that you are freaking doing it, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Okay.